Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the European crossover webinar. And sorry for the delay. The electricity had gone off. I guess a storm. I don't even know, but the alarm light or the clocks were blinking, and I completely overslept. But anyway, nonetheless, let's go on and get started here. Bear with me. And it looks like we've gone and pulled back pretty good amount. Looking over here with the S&Ps, they've actually pulled back all the way down to 41.97. I know in Asia they were looked like they were pushing up here against this 42.13, and just little by little we've been fading. The same thing here with the Nasdaq. And let's go on and take a look here with the euro. Also a bit of a pullback. And tell you what, let's go on and get this analysis started. And here we are going with the euro. And let's pop this up. So it says the euro has posted an interesting prior 4 days going into the non-farm payroll, which obviously be tomorrow. It looks like the pair may blow stops on both sides of the market at that time. Immediate resistance is going to be 22.54. Followed by 22.95. Support will be 21.37, followed by 21.06. Now we're staying relatively quiet, but once again, just getting ready for, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a fairly volatile session tomorrow. But at least for right now, we've got 22.54. And support on this initial run, so 21.37. And on the cable, it's crazy. I don't even feel like I even slept that long at all. Cable, after challenging close to 41 even and posting a mild recovery, the pair may still push the upside challenge on NFP day. And once again, I think today might be a little bit quiet. And then before, what I think is going to be some pretty good fireworks tomorrow. May still push an upside challenge on NFP day. Resistance remains 42.02, so we still have that. Followed by 41, let's say 41.42, and support will be 40.73, followed by 40.44. So 40.73 seems quite a ways off from here, but I'm still pushing up pretty high here. But nonetheless, even then, and I still want to allow for that 40.73. Even for today, though, we would be looking at support right there, which would be 41.18. But we'll save those levels for tomorrow, which I think is going to be a fairly volatile day. We'll see. Let's go and move into the Aussie dollar. So the Aussie posted a doji on Wednesday, staying hemmed into the mid 77s. Resistance will be 77.91, followed by 79.39. And I have to put 78.39. Support will be followed by 77.02, followed by 76.51. So we're going to move this to 77.91. And 77.02. And on to the dollar yen. Now, the dollar yen is a marking time ahead of NFP day. Resistance will be 10.35, and we're looking, like I said, kind of getting ready for, once again, don't want to sound like a broken record, but I think it'll be a fairly volatile day. Followed by 10.70, support will be 9.19, followed by 8.76. Well, resistance immediately in 10.35 is going to be a stretch for today, which I think is going to be relatively quiet. But for right now, it's going to be 9.97. And on the downside, 9.32. And onto the cash dollar index. So the dollar index made a push and failed at bias chart resistance of 90.20, which that's exactly what we had our bias chart, and we failed right at 90.24. Resistance going forward will be 90.29, followed by 90.77. Let's go with 90.29 here. And support looking at 89.54. Go. And let's go and move on to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin still remains anchored here, right around this 35,000. We just haven't been able to make any kind of a real move here. And look here at the moment right now, we're still breaking lower. Look at S&Ps here, down here to 41.92. See here, we're really pressing this lower end right now. Look at that. Pressing here at 41.91. Bitcoin, though, as you can see here, has just been relatively I want to say calm, but it just hasn't been able to get any real traction. On the downside, we've been looking for 33,280. Don't see any changes here. Still looking for a move lower here, but at least for right now, it's been fairly tight. Right now, support's going to come in right there at 34,335. And we are, look at that. Now we're even pressing 41.91 here in SPOOs. And on the upside, 39.242. And let's go to what's going on here with the SPOOs here. Pretty good movement here. Try to put these on the same page. Um, Seems to work out a lot better, so that's why you see the screen look a little bit different. But we're certainly pressing here. And look, we've already pressed down to 41.90. And I think this is still going to hold. If we do go in and break here, I still like a challenge down here, this 41.84. And certainly it looks like after this run up here, boy, this market does look like under some pretty good pressure in the sense that we had rebounded and even saw a nice rebound in Asia. And look at that. We paired back. Look at this. Pretty good volatile movement. Look at this. We had run all the way down here to 41.96, rallied all the way back to 42.13, and we're breaking lower here. So going to have this support here for a day for 41.84. Still like this 42.12 holding here, so no changes. But let's go and take a look at the daily. We look at this from 2 days ago when we had this uh, gravestone doji, and we're still just can't get any open movement. This is going to be interesting because once again we may be end up pushing with a lower close for the week, and that may open the door for us to going forward to push further down. We'll have to see how the week closes out, but certainly things look ominous at this point. With that, let's go and move into the NASDAQ. See here with the daily, same thing here. Just we've been stuck in this range here throughout the last 6, 7 sessions here, and we're starting to push here on the little bit lower side for today. We're looking potentially for a break lower from the other day, and actually we saw this market kind of hold up. If we open here, I still like this move down to 541, and here's this. You can see right here that support coming in right there. 540. So that's what I like. Now there's a little bit of support at 585, but this is where it looks like this market immediately will go to 541. Right there, 541. That's going to be support. Beyond that, would be right there, 495. But I like the 541 for support. And resistance is going to be 675 at this point, 675. We're going to keep this for, but on an immediate pull down, but I still think it's 541. Here, 13,675. And let's go and move into the gold market. This makes it easier keeping it all on the same page. And we're seeing this move pull back. You can see here what we had yesterday. We had our bias chart resistance at 1915. You can see that the market kind of hung around here, but eventually we finally broke a little bit lower here. And I still like, once again, this area of 1892, which that's exactly almost what we've come to this morning before pulling back up. I like the 1892. On the upside, we have the 1915. The only thing is we're going to move it. It's now going to be 1908 on the upside. And let's go move into the crude oil market. This still remains a stalwart and solidly strong here. We have gone and started to pull back a little bit, but this market has been absolutely amazing here. And resistance, at least for today, is going to be 69.20. with support 67.65. I don't even see how this thing has held up so well, um, but it has, without even nary a let up. Moving back to the S&Ps, you can see here we're just hovering right here at these lows, and the Nasdaq also has made a pretty good pullback. But you can see here how we've been in a relatively tight range, but the door's open for us to go on and yank down. If we get past 41.66 on a daily close, that's going to open the door for us to push much lower. And we just have not been able to go on and garner any sustainable upside momentum. And boy, we cannot go past this 42.12 with any real conviction. I stated yesterday in the chat room that it had to get above 42.14 on the 30-minute close. We got up as high as 42.13 a half on a 30-minute close, so we never did get past the 14. And since then, we've fallen back. We pulled back to 42.12. We've fallen back. We pulled back again, and here we are back down, really having a tough time. The door's really open for us to move lower. With that, I just want to get the bias chart posted. Once again, like I said, apologies. I guess we did have a storm, but I guess electricity went off, and that's why I don't even feel rested, like as if I had a great night's sleep or anything like that. But let me go and get this posted into the chat room, and we'll see you there. And thanks for joining us here on the late European crossover webinar.